Now, CBS 6 News at 11.
Tonight, police have a new lead in the death of Brendan Mackey, a man arrested and a gun taken, but police are still saying there are no suspects. And an unattended stove catches on fire in Henrico. See why fire investigators say there is a good in all of this. Plus, see what investigators are doing to figure out what caused a FedEx truck to catch on fire and crash into a bus, killing 10 people on Thursday. First, we have some breaking news. CBS 6 was on the scene as Richmond investigators were responding to a shooting at the intersection of Harwood and Lone Street in the Hillside Court neighborhood. Police responded to a call for a man shot around 9:40 p.m. We're told the victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police are canvassing the area now for any leads on the case. And an update on the case of 7-year-old Brendan Mackey. He was hit by a stray bullet and killed on July 4th last year while walking with his dad to watch fireworks at the boathouse in Brandermill. Over the next few months after that, police mapped out an area covering 1 mile around the restaurant. They began going door to door asking people if they heard gunshots that evening or if they had any information that could lead them to a suspect. Melissa Hippolyte has information on the investigation.
The news that investigators have a new lead in the Brendan Mackey case brought David Rago right back to the events of that day.
Saw a lot of, commotion, a lot of fire trucks, sirens.
Rago was there last July 4th when a stray bullet killed Mackey. At the time, Rago says he didn't think the shooter would ever be found.
I thought it was kind of far-fetched. I thought that, a lot of people could have been shooting off a gun at that time.
Melissa Hippolyte reporting. We'll continue to give you updates on the Brendan Mackey investigation and the effects on the family. Helicopters flew over Hull Street Road and the Route 288 area, and viewers contacted us wanting to know why. The choppers were searching for 22-year-old Joseph Fury. Joseph was found around 3 p.m. walking on Hull Street unharmed. The Fury family spoke with CBS 6 and they told us he was going through some personal issues, but they are happy that he has returned home safely. New details: a smoke detector likely saved several people inside this Henrico home today. Fire investigators say that smoke detector alerted the people inside to a small fire just before 4 p.m. in the 2900 block of Muncie Road. The firefighters were able to knock it down and prevent any widespread damage. Fire crews say someone placed a pan on the kitchen stove to heat grease for cooking and walked away for a moment to answer the door. That grease caught on fire but was quickly extinguished. Crews marked that fire under control within 2 minutes of arriving at the house. No one was injured, and those living there are able to stay at home. But this is really a good time to remind you to check your smoke detectors on a regular basis to ensure it's working properly and to change those batteries twice a year. A CBS 6 update now. It's been a year since Tanya Bundick and Charlie Smith were arrested in the Eastern Shore arson spree. The lingering question at last Thursday's court hearing is whether copycats could be involved in any of the fires.
They ride him around, so you wonder whether there were any copycats. How his memory served him. Did he delete one or two? Were some of the fires accidental really in nature? How do we know that they're really copycats trying to copy anybody?
That was prosecutor Gary Agar. Smith is awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty. Bundick is still facing 62 counts of arson. 87 fires were investigated during the Eastern Shore arson spree. An update now on the internet virus Heartbleed. It's hacked more than 17 million users without them knowing. On Friday, the federal government released a statement saying the National Security Agency learned about the virus from reports from private companies. The statement continues to say that the government did not know about Heartbleed before this month. Federal investigators are looking into Thursday's fatal crash involving a tractor-trailer and a bus full of high school students headed for a college tour. 10 people were killed, including 5 students and both drivers. Greg Mills reports from Orland.
Investigators removed the blackened remains of the bus and tractor-trailer from a California highway. 10 people died Thursday night after the bus carrying Los Angeles high school students was hit head-on by the truck, causing a huge fireball.
This was a horrific collision. The impact was heard throughout.
More cyclists will be coming to Richmond as our city gears up for hosting the UCI Road World Championship next year. But first, this event, the 2014 CapTech USA Cycling Collegiate Road Nationals, riding from May 2nd through the 4th. Race organizers released the traffic information you need to know. Downtown Richmond will begin closing roads the night of Thursday, May 1st at 7 p.m. And you can keep up to date with CBS6 and get the latest breaking news and updates by checking out our mobile app. The CBS6 mobile app works with both your smartphone and tablet on all devices. Coming up, see how one in-home business in Brandermill, a daycare, is fighting to stay open, how the Planning Commission is voting in favor of it. Plus, see how one man is trying to improve education in Richmond by asking for a little more for teachers and students. And the U.S. Senate is in the works with the IRS on a bill to alert victims of identity theft.